Bougainville wants to make its independence from Papua New Guinea a reality by September 2027. But achieving that independence most likely means reopening the island's copper and gold mine, a mine that a generation ago sparked a brutal civil war. Bougainville's mine Panguna was once one of the largest and most lucrative mines in the world, accounting for 45% of PNG's exports. Over the 17 years of its operation, Rio Tinto and other international investors earned nearly $2 billion US from Panguna, but less than 1% of the mine's profits went to Bougainvilleans, whose homes and lands were destroyed by its operation. In 1989, a group of Bougainvilleans sabotaged Panguna, forcing it to close down. In response, the PNG government sent in troops against its own citizens, and a decade-long civil war followed. As many as 20,000 people died as a result of the conflict. A 2001 peace accord granted the island a degree of autonomy and promised an independence referendum, which was finally held in 2019, delivering a landslide decision to break away. And in March 2025, a Bougainville Leaders Forum recommended independence should take effect on September 1st, 2027. But the PNG government says the island isn't ready economically for independence, and in Bougainville, at least one senior government official I spoke to agreed. While Bougainville has established institutions like courts and a tax office, its economic plan is still a roadmap and its constitution still a draft. Bougainville's President Ismail Tororama says the only way the island can become economically sustainable is by reopening the Panguna mine. Today, the pit holds 5.3 million metric tonnes of copper and more than 19 million ounces of gold, worth more than $80 billion, still unmined. However, some on the island argue the mine's environmental damage must be fixed first. In December 2024, an independent legacy impact assessment reported the abandoned mine remains an acute threat to people's lives, from landslides, levee collapses and floods. The river delta, in which nearly 1 billion tonnes of mine waste was released, will stay polluted for a century. While Rio Tinto has accepted the findings of the assessment and has signed a memorandum of understanding with the Bougainville government to discuss a potential remedy of the mine site, there's been no dollar figure committed. And international observers, including senior US government advisors and PNG diplomats, fear a newly independent Bougainville would emerge as a fragile state, vulnerable to external influence, particularly from China. A state-owned Chinese company has already started work on extending the runway at the island's Arapa airport. Bougainville's Deputy President and Economic Development Minister, Patrick Nasira, has brushed away concerns about Chinese development as being fuelled by Western media and argues the opportunities offered by China are worth considering, especially since Bougainville's traditional development partners, such as the US and Australia, have provided few options and little support over the last 20 years. Many in Bougainville consider independence to be inevitable, but the island's bloody revolution casts a long shadow still. The once reviled mine could be key to the island's prosperity, as long as it doesn't repeat the mistakes of the past.